Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm going to share my screen and start the presentation of what we are going to have today. Okay. Here it goes. Should be coming up soon. It gives a little time for everyone else to join. So welcome everybody to this workshop on education for bioinformatics. Today we are going to be talking about FAIR data, but in particular about FAIR training materials. And this session was made to exchange with you the experiences that you are having and we are having on how to make training materials fair, the experiences, challenges, and solutions that we have found so far. Welcome everyone. And the organizers today here are Melissa Berg from the Australian Biocommons, Celia van Gelder, that you can see also from the DTL, the Netherlands, and I'm Patricia from the ISMB, Swiss Institute of Bioinformatics. So, okay, sorry, just a second. I made a mistake on the presentations. So this we're going to be talking about FAIR training and FAIR principles. Some time ago, so we have heard already about FAIR and how to apply this to data software tools. And with some of the communities like the Elixir community, we have also discussed, took this opportunity to discuss on how to make training materials fair. And we came out in this community, we have created a working group also called the FAIR Training Working Group. And we discussed and came out with what we had called our own 10 simple rules. So we have published this last year, a paper about this in PLOS. And Melissa is going to give you an update or a little brief recap on this if you didn't have time yet to read this paper. And so this conversation started in Elixir, but it also in many other communities, because verifying data, tools, and also training materials is not something so easy and so quick to do. And so this conversation started, and as I said, in Elixir, and especially this year, we have had many meetings and many events where this discussion continued. So we had one of these discussions started is that also in the FAIR Hackathon that was organized in the Seneca project. Sarah Morgan is going to talk more about this. There was also after this an education summit organized by many different institutions and partners. And it also was a discussion also on how to verify training materials. We are currently today in this web during the ISMB, and there will be others coming up so that we wanted you to be aware of those. So we are going to have during the AGM of Goblet, there will be also a discussion and how to create a lesson on how to verify training materials. This is something else that will continue. And also in November, there will be a biohackathon Europe, where we are also going to have a project on how to verify training materials and tools and solutions that we could have for that. So you can see it's a continuation, is a continuum, is something that is ongoing, and it needs the participation of everyone from the community, everyone that is providing training, that is organizing training, and that's why we had this web here today. So to introduce you what we are going to do today here, so we are going to have first a presentation from Melissa about the 10 simple rules paper, and then Sarah with the Seneca Hackathon report, and then we are going to have 7 flash talks with experiences from different institutions, people representing different institutions, and also one of the individual trainers. So each one is going to give a 7 minutes presentation But we are going to separate this in 2 slots to fit in the whole schedule of the ISMB. So at the end of the first part that is going to end after Maria's talk, we will have also time for questions and answers. So plenty of time to discuss about this. And then we'll have a first coffee break that is also aligned with all the rest of the ISMB conference schedule. And then we'll continue with 3 other flash talks. Again, we will have time for discussions at the end of the talks. And then what we are going to have is group discussions. So we had a little technical issue here because we have requested a Zoom meeting room so we can all be together in the same place and breakout rooms. So the people organizing this in the back end, they are going to help us with changing this, so the webinar meeting into a Zoom meeting. And then we can then go into this breakout discussions where we have 2 topics. One is about identifying challenges and issues we want to discuss with you, have your feedback and have your views on this. And the second one, after the second coffee break, will be about identifying solutions to ease the verification of training materials. So we hope this is going to be very interactive, especially after we have managed to solve this little issue of the webinar versus meeting Zooms. So before going on, we want to get to know you better and your experiences with verifying training materials. So Sid is going to, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Sid is going to start the Mentimeter. We have some questions for you. And so we want you to give us an idea of who you are. So I'll stop sharing and give the floor to Celia.
Thank you, Patricia. I'm going to share it now. Share screen. Here is my Mentimeter. Present. I cannot see all of you now. So, oh yeah, I will wait a second. So the first question is, and I see people are already filling this in, is how easy would you say it is to verify training materials? We have a pro. We have a pro in the audience. That's good.
Does that mean our pro is going to step in and take over for us?
Yeah, maybe. 12, 18, 19. I think we had 19 participants, and I am not sure, maybe the panelists didn't enter the Mentimeter. Maybe we should.
Yeah, we can try that too.
But I think maybe we're kind of, yeah, done with this question. Or should we wait a bit longer? I think we have a good picture.
Lots of people participating. Nice.
Yeah. I think it's a good combination of newbies, some people who tried it a little bit, and even a pro. And I don't know if the pro wants to step forward, or we can do that later, maybe in the breakout. But we have a mixture. I think it's also important to maybe when we go into the breakouts later, that we also maybe we should also realize that it would be good to have a mixture of people in each breakout room. Anything else you want to discuss with this, Patricia?
No, that's very good. So thanks a lot.
Then
so we have
questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's not working. Wait a second. You always see that would happen. Oh, wait. I don't know why it's not moving forward. Here,
it takes a bit of time.
Yeah, it's a slow. Okay. Okay, this question we made up because we really wanted to know who you are. to get insight. Who are the people who are working on this, thinking about this, needing this, and you can click more options. So we will have more than 19 answers here today, but because many people have different roles, multiple roles, so to speak. I also see something in the chat now that we actually will not be able to speak to that the audience cannot speak to us at this moment. They have to do that through the Q&A box. Melissa, you wrote that down. Yeah.
Yes, that's one of the challenges of currently being in the webinar setting. If you desperately have something to say out loud, you can click the raise your hand button, and then we can enable your microphone. Otherwise, just pop a message in the Q&A box or in the chat box.
And will you keep an eye on the Q&A box now, Melissa?
Yeah,
because
yes.
I cannot see anything else than my screen. Thanks. So people are also still filling this one. And also here, I think it's a nice mixture.
Many organizers, many trainers, coordinators also, and some others. So this is something that would be interesting to discuss afterwards, what kind of other experience you have also related to training. Maybe some people that are willing to enter into training, and that's a good thing that we can discuss later also.
Yeah.
Okay, let's then move for the next question.
Okay, I'm going to just do page down and be patient. Okay, yeah, this works quickly now. So we just want you to fill in the type of training materials that you have. You can type in, it will be a word cloud, so short terms would be appreciated because we can then nicely see the word cloud forming. And you can type as many answers as you like.
Lots of slides and videos there.
Yeah, definitely. As could be expected, maybe.
Always end up trying to read the ones that are sideways by tilting my head, but it's not very effective.
We have slides, we have online tutorials, data, Git, repos, shared Google Docs. I think we have many shared Google Docs with all our training stuff. Exercises, yes, Docker files. Yeah.
I saw VMs on there somewhere as well. VM images.
I don't know. I don't see. Yes, I see it now. Yes, yes.
So lots and lots of different types of training materials.
Exactly. That's very good. So a very good example of types of materials. We can move on to the next question then.
I think the next question was for the breakout, if I am correct.
Okay. So then it's perfect because we are right on time in our schedule. So all this that you have answered, all the questions that we had here in your answers will be also useful for us in the breakout rooms. So for those that have joined later, to let you know, then we want to have a Zoom meeting room where we can have breakouts and not the separation where you have panelists in one side and an audience in the other one. And they are working, so the people organizing this are working on this to solve this issue for us. We are going to continue until the break with this room, and while they are going to prepare another room for us and for the rest of the program. Okay.